Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm cutting my hair. About a year ago, I shaved my head. I left about 3/4 of an inch on top and then went, I think, 1/4 of an inch on the sides. Did it with like a whole electric razor situation. And today I'm here with the update. I have not gotten my hair cut in that time. And then throughout the grow out process, I'm going to insert some pictures as I go through here of just what the grow out process was like to get to this point, of which we are decently long now. First of all, it was really amazing to shave my head. I highly recommend, if you've been thinking about it ever, do it, do it, do it. It was so liberating, so freeing. We are here now, and what I will say is that you can tell that I have two very distinct layers of hair. So first is sort of this bottom layer that comes out definitely from, the sides of my hair where it was all the same length, and then I have this top layer from where it was again a little bit longer on the top. But now that it's grown out, this top layer ends and you can really see this like very distinctive line between them. The shape is not right. I don't have any bangs of any sort. This is just the same length as the rest of this nonsense. So again, today I'm gonna cut my hair with using no good tools, like using only tools that nobody wants to cut their hair with. Like, these are the scissors I'm gonna use. This is the best I could find for the situation at hand. Also, I am going on a trip in like 2 days, so I decided to do this before we went because I'm really not loving how it's working right now, and I just want to at least have a little bit of a refresh for this trip. So the main things I'm trying to get done today, there's three things I'm trying to get done. I'm going to do to the best of my ability. One is that I need some sort of bang situation, especially like on this side where you can tell that actually right here is longer than right here. And that just like really does not shape my face very well. So that's priority number one. The second, and I think most challenging part of this is that I would like to trim about an inch off of my very bottom layer of hair. So here, actually, let me show you guys the back of the hair real quick. I don't actually know what it looks like from the back. That's none of my business, but you guys are gonna see. So here's the back of the hair. And then the third thing that I wanna do, so bangs, I wanna cut about an inch of length off. And then I do want to put in some longer layers, but that aren't so blunt, like how there's kind of just one layer here. There's kind of two layers. There's like one layer here, and then the bottom layer. I want that to not be so much like boom, boom, boom. First, I'm going to section off my bangs. Put this all up in a little ponytail. Okay. Cool. All right, exactly how I wanted it to look. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get it wet. I'll come back to you guys once it's all wetted down. Okay, so now I'm freezing and wet, just what I wanted. And I'm gonna start figuring out how to cut this. When it gets wet, it gets just like flippy. Like, essentially what I wanna do is cut this bottom layer so that it's more the same length as this top layer. And we're gonna see if I can do that. And yes, already I definitely know that doing the back isn't really gonna work. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. Okay. So I'm gonna do kind of a blunt cut at like I'll do more of like after a minute. Okay, first little lock gone. This is exactly what I wanted to be gone, which is just these little curls on the end. So I didn't quite get all the way to the back, of course. My scissors didn't quite make it all the way to the back. We're just gonna chop off a little bit more there. These scissors are not that sharp. It's really hard to see because of the way that the shadows are, but like this versus this. I'm already liking it so much better. Okay. Let's do the same thing from this side. Chop off about an inch. I know. Hairstylists are clutching their pearls. It's not a great sound. Ooh, that one side was a little bit rougher. Let's see. This side in general of my hair, like I don't know if other people have this. I mean, like I feel like people do have like sides that they prefer, but this is definitely, this side of my hair is definitely always looks worse than this side of my hair. And like I can see I have a little straggler in the back here. Just chop that off. Okay, not the worst. Seeing a little portion here. It needs to be trimmed a beat. Just trying to find the strands. Oh, okay. Actually, like I genuinely, I know that was, I mean, this was like one clump of hair total. I'm already enjoying my hair much more. I already feel like this was the right decision. So to do layers, I'm gonna try to sort of take chunks and just pretend that I know what I'm doing. Okay, try to make it go kind of short to long. Again, it's like, if this turns out horrible, it's just hair. It's just hair, and it will grow back. And I'm lucky that I can say that, because I am lucky that I do have a decent amount of hair and I don't get so worried about it, you know? Okay, so I was just putting like the littlest bit of like longer layers. Again, I wanted like long layers. I don't think you can even tell like whatsoever that I did any layers. I'll be so interested to see how this dries though. It does feel like this side is a lot shorter than this side. Well, I actually just wasn't recording for a little bit. Mostly I was trying to cut some layers in the back of my hair, and I'm not so sure how well that worked. Here, I'll show you guys while I look at it again. I definitely feel like it's a bit longer in the back than it is in the front, but I'm gonna be interested to see how it dries again. Okay, so now that I've kind of done a general little cut and layer, let's take out these bangs and give them a gander. Oh my god. Same as like when I was shaving my head, the hair, I don't know how hairstylists do it, man. Hair being like on your skin is so overstimulating. I don't know whether to get my hair wet or dry to do my bangs. I'm gonna do it dry because I don't want to accidentally do too much. And I'm just gonna go for it. Again, I've cut my bangs myself many times, like dozens of times at least. And so I know the general principles. I'm also not going for like a straight across bang, you know? I'm going for like just a little wispy moment. And mostly I just need, again, for the front of the bang to be shorter than the back of the bang. And especially on this side, because I feel like on this side it's even worse. But yeah, just to like lighten it up just a little bit. I'm thinking that I want my shortest to be no shorter than like cheekbone, which I'm getting pretty close there. So I'm gonna leave that one out and just do a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna wet it. Okay. There's something with this part that just feels so chunky to me. And chunky's not always bad, but it's just not the vibe I'm going for. And I just want it to, I want it to just bang a little bit more. So I might need to be a bit more aggressive with how much I take off. I'm gonna do something dangerous and just go kind of piece by piece and see what happens. Wish me luck. That's like definitely giving bang. Just this last little bit. Not sure, not sure. I don't know. Okay, let's do this side, which is always so much tougher. Okay, we can see that I like trimmed these ones all the way to here. So we definitely need to go decently aggressive on this side. Let's see. Okay, first little tiny bit done. This part needs a good chop off. Yeah, I'm not hating it so far. But again, I need to make sure. Let me just get like a little bit of angle at least. Just a little bit. Okay, that went like decently short. But it's doing what I want it to do now. It's kind of giving me a bit of a swoopy bang situation. Let's get it wet and see. Okay, so I'm still seeing. Okay, first of all, very different in lengths here, so let's just fix that. Like if I'm looking at this side as an indication of what needs to happen on this side, I need to go like inches shorter. Not inches, but centimeters shorter on this side. And again, the sides don't have to be exactly the same, but they need to look like they need to be cousins, not sisters, or sisters, not twins, whatever they say in Broad City about eyebrows. That's how the way I feel about my bangs. Okay, I am feeling a bit better about how this looks. I'm just gonna brush it one last time. And then I'm gonna try to like zhuzh it, dry it as good as I can, and I'll come back to you. Okay, as a surprise to nobody, this side of my hair is doing worse things than this side of my hair. Like I said, I always have so much more trouble with this side and the shape of this side of my hair, than this side. And I mean, it's not looking perfect, but it'll do. Except for this, I don't understand it. I'm gonna try to just like chop this off and see what happens. But like, I don't think it's probably the best choice. But I just hate the little flippy, and I just wish that it didn't do that. I just wish it didn't just do this like straight flippy thing. I will say, definitely still going to be entirely possible for me to do little pigtails. And overall, I don't hate it. But yeah, I think that for now, this is all I can show you. Okay, so it's the next day. I slept on it. I actually took a shower and then slept on my hair, and this is how it looks in the morning. I think I did an okay job. My bangs are like a little short, but it's kind of what I wanted. I wanted them to be able to do their little flippy thing. This is kind of what they tend to do naturally. And then I think that lengthwise, I did exactly what I wanted to do and just got that, like, this piece is now gone and up. I haven't looked at the back yet. Let's look at it together. Not horrible. I think some of the longer layers kind of did end up doing what I was happening before, where it kind of has two distinctive, now I just kind of have one here and one here. But it's so much better than it was before, and I'm feeling like so much lighter for it all, and I'm really liking that. So I'm going to show you really quickly what it looked like before, and then what it looks like now. Well, you can see it here, but also what it looks like when I actually take a picture of it all nice. And I'm going to go ahead and just cycle through some fun photos of me with my hair in the grow out journey for the end of this video. And thank you so much for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye.